the PokeRadar. This is one of those key items that you might completely ignore while playing Pokemon casually, but this item can help trainers EV train and shiny hunt for Pokemon. I personally never learned how to effectively use it, but when the second ranch week rolled around, I decided to give it a shot. And it also helped that SirToastyToes released a video explaining in detail how to hunt shiny Pokemon with it. If you're interested in learning about some Pokemon content such as ribbons, marks, and decorations, and a whole lot of other Pokemon mechanics, definitely go subscribe to him. Anyways, let me tell you about my week-long journey to master the PokeRadar. For those who don't know, the simplest way to explain the way you hunt for shiny Pokemon with the PokeRadar is that it requires you to build up a chain of the same Pokemon, either by knocking out or more effectively catching the Pokemon. And the higher your chain, the better chances of finding a shiny patch of grass, which will have a guaranteed chance of having that target shiny Pokemon. And the usual target for shiny patches is to chain up to 40. But my first target, Buizel, had other plans. I was hunting on the north side of Route 205, just building up my chain after a few breaks of 20s. Then I got to a chain of 15, and then a shiny patch appeared. Oh, at a 15. Let's go. Oh my gosh, that's the second time now that I've gotten a shiny patch before 40. Last time it was the Bidoof with only 8 encounters, including that one. I guess this is technically 16. That's awesome. I gotta catch this guy with the quick ball. It's obviously, you usually get higher rates at 40. That's what you want to get your chain to. What are the chances of it? Hold on, let me look at the table that Toasty put up in his most recent video. Wow, a 0.05% chance of that happening. That's insane. Okay. That's so cool. After this first shiny, I thought to myself, this is going to be so easy. Oh, how wrong I was. Bidoof. This little beaver was a pain to catch. I spent hours trying to get a decent chain going. I lost count how many times I failed my chains trying to find the shiny version of it. I think that's a 4 away right there. Also, our repel wore off right as we entered it. That's happened a few times. And then we'll get the encounter as I turn the other way. And I think that broke our chain. That's insane. We've had 3 breaks in single digits. How does that happen? I even had a really unlucky break at 34. I guess since I have you here, how many Pokemon do we have deposited for this year's ranch so far? Ranch week so far, I guess. Yes, and this is what the Bidoof is for. Also, what hopefully one of these stirs will be for. I believe we just hit 90 or so. Wow. That is a lot of Pokemon we've... Oh no. We just broke the chain. The repel wore off. I turned around. Didn't I? I just broke my third longest chain ever. It felt like Bidoof was mocking me at this point. I mentioned earlier that I got a shiny Bidoof on Sunday before Ranch Week had began while practicing my chaining, and it was on a chain of 8. That's even less likely than the Buizel we got earlier. But eventually, after what felt like an eternity, I got a chain back up to 40. It's right there. $40. So now, best chances of finding a shiny patch. It might not be in the next one we radar. It might take a few, but all we have to do is keep repelling and redoing the radar. until we get the shiny patch. Whenever I was hunting for all the legendaries that I was missing. So I didn't really care about like shiny hunting. I don't know if you guys saw it. This patch right above me. This patch right next to me. Right there. Shiny. Let's go. Ah. This shiny Bidoof. We did it. Oh. Oh, okay. Now what we need to do is we need to catch it in the correct Pokeball. And now the question is that a luxury ball? Or is it a master ball? I mean, I just did put it to sleep, so I'm probably going to catch it in the luxury ball. I mean, I could just catch it in another quick ball, but we're not doing that. We're going to definitely catch it in a luxury ball. Thank you. Much appreciated. You didn't have to do that. Also, it's caught. Also, I didn't know that it had text to speech. I don't know if you guys heard it. That's actually kind of funny. I didn't know I had that turned on. After the shiny patch appeared, my relief was immense. And with the suggestion from my chat, I decided to name my newly caught shiny Bidoof Godoof, and then I ended my stream to rest up for my next target. I moved on to hunting Snover in the snowy fields of Route 217, which added a new layer of challenge. With the constant snowfall, I figured it would make it a bit harder to see the shaking patches, especially the subtle shiny ones. And while it would have been hilarious to try and hunt it in the aggressive snowfall area, there was a more ideal location a bit further down, where I decided to start my chaining. And after already capturing 2 shiny Pokemon with the PokeRadar this event, I was feeling confident. I even had a chain break at 39 with us encountering a Sneasel, which was incredibly frustrating, but I persevered and reached a chain of 40 after it. Alright, so we're no longer going to hunt this side. So let me switch over to one screen. Make sure it's pointed to the right one. Cool, it is. I'm going to close that. I turned off that console, so we can set it aside. And now we're going to focus only on this one here. Okay, none there. So let's go ahead and reset. Oh, there it is. Let's go. There's the shiny patch. Right here, right in front of us. Shiny Snover. Awesome. Yeah, I think luxury. When in doubt, luxury out. As long as it catches too. I mean, it's asleep in 1 HP. It was bound to catch. But let's go. Another shiny for Ranch Week. Exciting times. Let's give it a nickname. We're gonna give this a fitting nickname for the season. Yes, he is Christmas. Happy Christmas. Now, when you reach a chain of 40 and catch your shiny Pokemon after that, technically there is a chance for your chain to continue, and essentially you can catch as many shiny Pokemon as you want. And so I decided to test my luck with Snover until this happened. 99% sure that this is a shiny patch above us. It is not. Ah, that's unfortunate. I thought it was. I thought I saw it sparkle for a second. Rip. That's fine. We got our one shiny. Yeah, I think my chain ends here. Or not. But to my surprise, the chain did not break after catching this Snover. It's almost as if Almighty Sinnoh themselves was watching over my chain, and with a bit more time, we could get another Snover. Like I had... Oh, the repel just wore off. That breaks the chain. That's fine. I'm okay with it. It was bound to happen. Unfortunately, it's okay. Well, I guess we can move on to our next target. Now, if you've noticed, I've only been hunting Sinnoh Pokemon, as I want to maybe bring these Pokemon up to Scarlet and Violet later. And sticking with that trend, I decided to hunt for a Shinx next. And I'll be honest, this was probably the most lackluster of the hunts for this week. I had now caught 2 Pokemon at a 40 chain and 1 by pure luck, and I was super confident at this point with my ability to reach a chain of 40. And with little to no hiccups, we were able to chain up to 40 and find our yellow Shinx in no time. We got one now. Alright, I think it was this one. I mean, it's only fitting to get this guy in an Ultra Ball, to be fair. Like, its palette matches completely. Afterwards, I tried to continue my run, only for my repel to wear off while I wasn't paying attention. Regardless, we leveled up a bit and had our Luxray named Shock. My last target for this adventure was Buneary. The beginning of this hunt was pretty similar to Snover's. There was a couple high chain breaks, but my confidence was still feeling high, so getting my chain back each time was pretty easy. The only issue stopping us from getting a max chain was pretty much bad luck and encountering the wrong Pokemon. And it took some time, but we managed to get a 40 chain. Little did I know that I was about to find out one of the silliest ways to break a chain. Resyncing our max repel with our PokeRadar. No, I'm dumb. As I did that, I realized what I was gonna do. I'm dumb. I am so dumb. I am the dumbest person ever. So this usually doesn't happen, but what I just did was move too far away from the grass that shook, and when they disappear from the visible area of the screen, the game breaks the chain. My confidence plummeted. I had failed this chain in one of the worst ways possible, and our troubles didn't stop there. I managed to break 2 more 40 chains, and one of them was once again in one of the silliest ways possible. But luckily 2 days later, after rechaining multiple times and paying extra attention, I got back to a 40 chain and finally found that shiny patch for Buneary. Yes. Oh, so glad. Finally our first shiny Buneary. And I say first because I really want to continue this chain. No matter what. I want to at least get 2. Alright, I'm pretty sure I got 2 heal bell. Yeah, I got enough heal balls. Now let's see if it continues the chain. I hope it does. Yeah, I really need to pay attention to when the repel wears off. Learning to use the PokeRadar was lots of fun, and while I didn't get these 7 Pokemon that I wanted to get for Ranch Week, the ones I did get was still awesome. I even got to see them at the parade we had at the end of Ranch Week. And I capped the whole experience by entering these 5 Pokemon into the Hall of Fame. So there you have it, my PokeRadar journey. From the unbelievably lucky Buizel that we got, to the incredibly frustrating Buneary, this was still an amazing experience. And now, having learned this new way to shiny hunt, I'm actually very interested in exploring other shiny hunting methods, like trying out the PokeRadar in X and Y, and even the Masuda method in other games. But I think the biggest takeaway from this whole week was that I'm really glad that they added the repel continuation message in Generation 5 and onwards. If you made it this far, consider subscribing, and let me know down in the comments what your favorite shiny Pokemon is. Anyways, as always, stay safe, and thanks for watching.